Hello children and welcome to your EVS class. As you all already know that we were studying chapter number 7, protecting plants and animals. In that chapter, in our earlier video, we learnt about different classifications of animals, that animals are classified into 4 types: herbivore, carnivore, omnivore and decomposers. Right children? Now our next topic is food chain. Right children? So let's find out what is food chain. It is a process of eating one organism by the other and getting eaten by another organism is called the food chain. It means children that suppose one animal is there and that animal is eating a smaller animal to enrich its hunger, and then that bigger animal is some other animal eats that bigger animal also, and you can understand this process of food chain with the help of this diagram. See children, in this diagram it is shown that grass is there. You all can see the grass. It is green in color and we all eat grass. So it is a primary producer, right? We also call it as a primary producer. Now who eats this grass? Yes, very good. Grasshopper eats this grass and is also known as a primary consumer. Why primary? Because it is eating the basic thing, that is grass. Now, in turn, who eats grasshopper? Bluebird or some other bird comes and eats the grasshopper. So children, grasshopper has eaten the grass and some other bird has eaten the grasshopper. So children, you can see that first grass was producer, then grasshopper was primary consumer, moving further to secondary consumer as bluebird. Now one more animal will come, snake, that is snake, and snake will eat the bluebird. So snake will be known as tertiary consumer. And who eats the snake? Yes, you guessed it right. Owl, apex predator, eats the snake. And now if the owl is died due to some reason, the owl dies and it becomes dead and decay, then it will be eaten by decomposers. This type of classification of animal we read about. Decomposers are those animals who eat dead and decay animals, right children? Then, and I told you there that in the explanation of decomposers, that when they are consuming the dead and the decay material, they release a very important mineral which mixes with the soil and makes it fertile. Do you all remember children? That when they are eaten by dead and decay animals, so one gas is released which enriches the soil or makes it more fertile and helps in the growth of grass. So children, have you all understood the food chain? Now moving further, we will also understand in this video that animal also depends upon plants for their shelter. Not only for their food, but they also depend upon their shelter. What is shelter? We all live in our house. Didn't you live in your house? in the same way, children, animals also live in their house, and like bird lives in nest. So nest, where will the bird build its nest? Of course, on the tree. So it is getting shelter from there. Then there are many more animals who are also living somewhere near the plants only. So animals not only depends upon plants for their food, but they also depend on plants for shelter. Now animals like squirrels, snake and insects live in holes of trees. Tiger, elephant, deer take shelter under the tree. कुछ एनिमल ट्री के नीचे रहते हैं और कुछ एनिमल ट्री में होल बना के रहते हैं. एंड इफ वी विल कट ट्रीज, इट विल टेक द एनिमल्स होम अवे. और अगर हम पूरी ट्री को ही कट कर देंगे तो एनिमल कहाँ रहेंगे? Isn't it? So, children, all the things in the nature are interdependent. It means that animals depends upon plant for their food, and plants also depends upon animals for their minerals. So everything in the environment is interdependent upon each other. See, some examples are there how animals are using trees or plants for their home, for their shelter, for their resting place. Right, children? So in the same way, there are we human beings also depends upon plant. Can you, yes children, can you imagine your life without plants? No, I can't imagine my life without plants. What will I eat? Where will I live? Because 50% of my house is also made of wood, and 100% of all the things which I am eating daily is made of plants. So I cannot imagine my life without plants, and I think you all also cannot. Let's see how human beings depends upon plants. Plants provide us food like vegetables, fruits, cereals, oil, nuts, etc. Then they also provide us medicines. Yes children, many medicines which we all are eating, we are getting from herbs like aloe vera, tulsi, neem. These are the herbal plants which provide us medicine. Then we get cotton, paper, rubber, timber from plants. These are materials out of which our clothes are made. Then out of paper our books are made. Then out of rubber many things are made of our daily use. Then out of timber also many things are made of our daily use. Right children? And then lastly, plants provide us oxygen and also takes in carbon dioxide. So children, the one of the most important help which the plant provide us is taking away of carbon dioxide. Yes children, you all know very well that we intake oxygen and we take out carbon dioxide, which is a dangerous gas which is polluting the environment. And if there were no trees, no plants, then this gas will leads to kill us. It will kill all humanity. And due to the presence of plants, this oxygen is taken away because plants inhale carbon dioxide. Yes, during the process of their making food and the process of their respiration, they are inhaling carbon dioxide and they are exhaling oxygen gas, which is very important for us. So we are very much dependent upon plants for our survival. So children, in this video we have learnt about food chain. What is food chain? Food chain is a process in which one organism is eaten by the other organism and the third organism eats the second organism. So this whole process of eating of one organism by the other and getting eaten by another organism is called food chain. So children, the steps involved in food chain is producer, then primary producer, then secondary producer, tertiary producer, and final consumer. I hope children you all must have understood this topic very well. In our next video we'll deal with the next topic of the chapter. Go through the video once again. Try to watch it clearly and understand the process of food chain. Thank you children for watching the video and being a very good listener.